Now, we're in Kansas City, Missouri. Now, to check out this next joint, I had to invite some real barbecue aficionados. That's right, my bros from my team, Motley Q. And this is Danny Edwards, Boulevard Barbecue.
Let's go eat.
If you like good barbecue, you come here to eat.
This is a place.
This is the place.
Sauce that bird. Sauce is on it.
Barbecue has been the Edwards family for decades.
Starting with Danny's dad, Jake Edwards, who opened the first joint back in the early 30s.
My parents used to take me to Jake Edwards Barbecue downtown in the 50s, and then Danny had a couple of places downtown and moved to this location.
Right on Southwest Boulevard, where he's been smoking and cooking since 2007.
Danny is behind the counter when you walk in the door. He's the man slicing the meats.
All the usual suspects, like pulled pork, beef brisket,
Hands down the best brisket in Kansas City.
and the November bird.
The smoked turkey is excellent.
Most of the year, it comes on a bun.
Turkey sandwich, coleslaw, rancher beans, and a jambalaya.
But come holiday season, he's selling the centerpiece.
So if you don't want to bother to cook, he's got them here for you.
Give us a rundown here.
Well, we're gonna put the rub together. Garlic salt, black pepper, paprika. Just enough to do one bird. Stand it up a little bit, put some in the cavity.
That's generous. Okay.
Backside.
Bay leaves,
Oh, gotta put the bay leaves in the cavity.
and that's all she wrote. Let's go to the smoker. 5 hours, 265
About
on
right.
hickory.
Here we go. Let's go. We got a little smoke going.
Look at that. Good looking bird. Still think you should have made yourself a turkey, Danny. Really feel bad taking this all to myself. Look at this. I'm gonna go all King Arthur on it.
It's a little messy, but you can do it. With a good piece.
The skin, not rubbery, and the turkey, nice and moist. Not too much smoke on it.
They smoke from the inside out, too, when you have that cavity open.
Oh, go. All right, let's put the whole thing together.
Curve off a little bit right here.
Got a little slaw on there.
The rancher beans go on that plate. And that's good and hot.
Oh, wow. That utensil is far undersized for this kind of food. This is tender, not over-seasoned, still nice and moist.
Tastes like turkey.
It tastes like turkey. But I think perfuming it with a little bit of wood just adds so much to it. I got a couple buddies with me. I want to see what they have to say. This is the crew from Motley Q. We all met down at barbecue camp down in Houston, Texas. We smoked turkey. Come on.
Oh, it's really good. Dark meat's really juicy.
Don't get your hands too close to the cage. Buy 2 turkeys, one to snack on the way to the family event, okay? Because you know once you get it to somebody's house, you're not taking any home. So I'm here in the Crossroads Arts District of Kansas City, Missouri. Now, the food scene down here is just blowing up. So much so that this one guy you know might have opened a dive joint down the street with a taco joint, but that's just a shameless plug. Anyhow, I'm here to check out a joint where this chef has been blowing it up on the scene for 25 years. He's got a James Beard Award. He's doing Mediterranean small plate tapas his way. You're gonna dig it. This is extra virgin.
Pickled onions going on top.
It's culinary bliss.
Boom, pecorino.
With some really adventurous dishes.
The food scene in KC is blowing up. You've been in the game a long time, and you've been one of the revolutionaries in that. What was the inspiration of the whole restaurant?
Mediterranean tapas. They go, topless? What, Michael? I go, no, tapas, tapas.
Guy needs his own show. I dig it, man. This is a fun joint.
Everything is incredible. You can stay normal,
Chicken in the window.
or you can try things that you've never tried.
For example, here I have the duck tongue tacos. This play on traditional lengua with like beef tongue, but here done with duck tongue.
It does sound a little bit intimidating, but when you bite into it, it's all a perfect bite.
So what are we making?
Duck tongue tacos.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ducks and their tongues.
Their tongues.
I've harvested a lot of ducks, and I've never seen the tongue utilized.
You've been to a million Asian stores. I kept seeing the tongues. I'm thinking, there's got to be something we can put this on. So I thought, we'll make a taco. It just took off.
It took off, get it? Sorry. That is one big duck.
We put some duck neck in it because it needs a little toothsomeness or
Got it.
something.
There's a bone in it.
Yeah, a little cartilage bone. It's about 1 inch long. Seasoned with some salt, a little onion, nice hot sauce, cilantro, peppercorns, garlic.
Achote paste.
Yep, it's good color.
And then a little water.
We're gonna put this in the oven and let it cook for about 3.5 hours, 300-ish.
Shred the meat off the neck, shred the meat off of the tongue, pull out that little cartilage piece. Put it together, buddy.
Oil first.
You're gonna get a little bit of the caramelization of that duck neck.
We've got scallions and cilantro in there.
Shells are done. Whoa, you go big.
Pickled onions, queso fresco.
Oh, I just bit my tongue. Delicious. There's a depth of flavor that's coming through, one, because of this fantastic marinade that you made. Two, with the richness of cooking something like the neck. I know it's a little tongue-in-cheek.
Now that one you've been sitting on for a while.
It's creative. The texture's great. The crispiness that you generate from that meat to the tenderness that you get from the tongue. The acidic contrast that you get from the pickled onions. And then the little crunchy taco with it. That's some dynamite duck.
2 of the duck tongue tacos here for you.
Even though it's duck tongue, you shouldn't be freaked out by it. It's delicious.
It's a little crunchy, a little spicy.
It tastes like duck, but not gamey. Almost like a chicken thigh, but like juicier.
I'm here in Kansas City, Missouri. Now, most folks would argue this is like the epicenter of great barbecue. So I'm here to check out a joint that has been smoking the meat and rocking the blues for over 20 years. What is this?
Hey, city boy, what do you know about barbecue?
This is Clint Boyer, and this is BB's Lawnside Barbecue. You're killing me.
King Combo?
Kansas City's the barbecue capital of the world,
Burn-in dinner?
and BB's is the best barbecue in Kansas City.
Barbecue Sundays?
It's an authentic Kansas City experience.
A little blues, a little brews, and some great barbecues.
A killer combo that local blues radio host Lindsay Shannon had a hard time finding.
If you look around town, there are not very many places doing blues and barbecue.
So in 1990, he and his wife Jo resurrected this old roadhouse. And 15 years later, handed the kitchen over to Mike Nickel.
Got rib tips coming out hot?
But as Clint and I are finding out, the real star here is the 1950s Hickory Smoke Pit. Can you crack that for us?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what this looks like. Oh! Look at that. All right, so what are we gonna make first?
Well, we're gonna prepare a whole brisket, and we're gonna prepare it for burn-ins.
Are you a burn-ins fan?
Oh, I love
You can't come to Kansas City without having burn-ins.
Bring it.
It's Kansas City, baby.
All right, so give us a rundown. What do we got?
Well, what we're gonna start with is just making our brisket rub. Seasoning salt, meat tenderizer. We're gonna give it a good mix here. We're not gonna be shy. We're gonna be real generous with the rub. Rub it in. We're going straight to the smoker.
12 to 14 hours. Next up,
we're making our BB's mild house sauce.
Why are we doing mild?
What's the difference between the mild and the hot?
Just the cayenne pepper.
Which is a big difference.
Okay,
Yes.
let's get the cayenne. We're gonna go big. Boyer wants to make hot sauce. We're making hot sauce.
All right, let's start out with some ketchup.
That's a lot of ketchup.
Apple juice. Next, we're gonna go with vinegar. Then we're gonna go molasses, white sugar,
White sugar and brown sugar.
celery seed, ground clove,
Yeah.
cinnamon.
So you got the cayenne?
Yep.
There we go.
All right. Now we're gonna go one more just for Clint.
Extra hot.
Whisk it together.
What happens when you're in the race suit and you've had extra hot the day before?
It's bad.
All right, how long is this gonna simmer?
This is gonna simmer for an hour and a half.
Next up, brisket was smoked, point was cut, cooked it down 2 more hours. Now this is gonna give us the burn ends.
Let's take a look.
Oh.
I gotta just grab out my hand. That was mine. Yours is still in there, way in the back to the left. Go get it. Look at that.
Perfection.
Time to cut.
Now we're just trimming off a little bit of
A little bit of the fat that's still left on there. Now we're just gonna cut it into the chunks we all know and love.
Look at that. You don't get that in California.
Look at that nobule of meat.
Is that food talk? This is the winner right here. Oh, Daddy. That is money.
That is money. Now here comes the
hot sauce.
The double cayenne delight.
Yeah.
The brisket is just tender, pull apart. Now, a lot of times people think about Kansas City barbecue sauce being super tomatoey. This is my kind of mix. Good vinegar, a little kick of that molasses. The heat's not too over the top, but the key is the tenderness. Look at the smoke ring right here.
This falls apart. It's perfect.
Burn-in dinner?
This is a real burn-in.
As good as you'll find in Kansas City.
Absolutely.
They are delicious. Beef potato pie.
The beef pie is great because the beef's really well done. It's very savory.
It's a wonderful mix between the meat and the mashed potatoes.
What are we starting off with?
So we're going to make a short crust pastry for the beef pie. We're going to have our flour.
And just a little bit for your homies over here?
Yeah, we just add a little bit over there. Well, I like to make a lot of mess so everyone else
Just
can
drop
clean
a little
it up.
bit.
Some salt, vinegar, some chilled butter. So we crumb that, and then we're going to add the water, and we bring it all together into a big lump.
That's a culinary term in Australia, a big lump. My lovely lady lump. Check it out.
Okay, so we have our ball of dough that we're now...
No, do not change it to ball of dough.
No.
You called it a lump.
The lump of Aussie dough. And now we're going to sheet that. Now we're going to cut out our rounds.
Do you normally put flour on the ring?
Yeah.
So it doesn't do that?
You ruined that one.
There you go. I ruined it. I don't remember me holding the ring without the flour on it.
Don't come to Banksy the day after Guy's been here. The pies will be awful.
Make sure that the girls are working.
Yeah.
So now we start forming this into a pie tin?
We are. Going to trim that up.
All right, now we make the filling.
Okay, let's do that. We have an Angus beef chuck roll. We're going to coat that in our spice rub. Onion powder, granulated garlic, mustard powder, kosher salt, ginger powder.
There you go.
Celery seed, black pepper. Give that a good mix. Coat our beef in that. And then we're going to brown it off with some oil. And then we're going to take that liquid.
Oh, right over the top.
Add a little bit more of the dry mix. Some fresh garlic, red onion, lots of red wine.
Rosemary.
Bay leaves, a little bit of cheesecloth just so we can pull those out at the end.
This will go how many hours?
5 hours at 250.
All right, what are we into now?
Okay, so we're gonna make a cheesy potato top for this beef pie. Potatoes, half and half, butter, and some water.
Water.
So after we've got these to a softness, we're gonna then strain those. We're then gonna whip them on our big mixer with some provolone and some Parmesan cheese.
All right, let's build the pie.
So we have braised our beef.
That's some dynamite braised beef.
And those beautiful pan drippings that were left over, we've made those into a gravy going onto beef.
Oh, right in there.
You bet. And into our bases. If you're lucky, you'll get this one. It's got extra. Cheesy potatoes.
Delicious.
This then becomes our top. Egg wash, poppy seeds in the oven, about 30 minutes, 350, and you have your beef and red wine pie with cheesy potato top.
Okay. The braised beef inside of this is out of bounds. There is flavor on top of flavor, great herb, great wine, fantastic texture. Potatoes are delicious. Love the little bit of kick and the little bit of extra that you're getting from the provolone. From the gravy to the braising to the seasoning, you didn't miss an opportunity to swing. What do they have in cricket? Is it a bat?
Yep.
You didn't miss the opportunity to swing the bat, my friend. Delicious.
Thank you.
Beef pies with cheesy potato top.
This is amazing. It's so good.
We have chicken pot pie in the United States. This blows chicken pot pie out of the water.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my favorite dishes here at Banksia.
Triple D is hanging out in Kansas City at Jarocho, Veracruz Mexican restaurant, featuring some of the staples, but really the main interest here is all about fresh seafood.
Fresh seafood. Table 5, scallop aguachile criollo.
This is what he knows. It's fresh. You taste the ocean, and it's right here in the center of a landlocked continent.
Stuffed oysters down.
Grilled stuffed oysters is one of my favorite things here.
The flavor is just unlike anything I've ever had before. It's so unique.
Okay, so what's next?
We're gonna make oysters. In the stuffing, we put shrimp, octopus, and some blue crab meat.
That's my kind of oyster.
We're gonna cook some Spanish octopus. We're gonna need some mirepoix and some fresh garlic. Comes all the way from Spain. They put them in these steel barrels, bunch of salt, you know.
So it's coming in pre-tenderized.
And we're just gonna cook it for about 20 minutes.
And it's good to go.
We're gonna cook some shrimp.
In that same broth.
This is all about flavor.
Let's see the magic, baby.
Blue crab meat.
Okay.
Cut this octo, chop our shrimp, onions, jalapenos, cilantro.
Everything's gonna be raw when it goes into this?
It's not gonna cook all the way through, so...
You get a little texture, got it.
Monterey cheese, our house seasoning, guajillo peppers, ancho peppers, sea salt, a little bit of garlic, olive oil.
The oysters that you're bringing in?
Come from Ensenada, Mexico. They are from the Cumiai family. They're like really nice and briny.
Got it.
And we get some of that mix.
How many of those come with an order?
6, 8, 12.
Keep counting, buddy.
24, whatever you want.
I like those numbers. Onto the grill.
We cover them.
These are not gonna be hot at all.
So they get cool really quick.
Yeah, they do.
About 30 minutes.
They get cool really quick, about 30 minutes or so. Wow. Hold, please. It's eating the end off the fork. It's that hot. Bro, what a combination. I mean, this is real deal. You had so much going on here, I really thought it was gonna interrupt the oyster. The oyster's dynamite. The ancho and the guajillo gives a nice warmth to it without being too hot, without stealing the seafood. The shrimp and the octopus both go perfectly.
It's a really a great combination.
It's your favorite bite of paella without the rice.
Without the rice.
Get me more of this. Well done, Chef.
Thank you.
Well done.
Big pig in the window.
What's our first step?
The house barbecue rub.
For the pork butt that we're getting ready to smoke.
Sea salt, brown sugar, paprika, garlic powder, ground cumin,
black pepper,
ancho chili, a little wild card, ground ginger. We actually like to let it rest overnight.
Very nice. And what are we smoking with?
Hickory wood. 250 for 5-ish hours. Pull it off, and we put it through our meat grinders on the kidney die, which gives us big chunks. Add ground pork.
Cooked raw, coming together.
A little bit more of our barbecue rub, minced garlic, ground bacon trimming from the butcher shop. Get your patty.
8 ounces?
5.5.
That's big.
And boom.
Next step, what are we into?
Pork tenderloin.
Now, wait. I'm no butcher, but...
Those are bone-in chops. Tenderloin is almost always not an actual tenderloin. It's a tender, 2 words, loin. To tenderize it a little bit more, we do a buttermilk brine. Hot water from the tap, salt, garlic powder, black pepper, fresh rosemary, ice-cold buttermilk.
Brine for how long?
24 hours up to 48 hours.
Got it.
Standard breading, so we're going flour, whisked eggs, and breadcrumbs.
Fry that off, and we're getting a couple sauces on this?
We're gonna do a barbecue sauce. We're gonna do a ranch.
Let's see it.
So we've got eggs, salt, sour cream.
You wanna do the drizzle?
Yeah. Hi, baby.
Canola oil. All right, so we got fresh rosemary, scallions, minced garlic, celery seeds, fresh sage,
little vinegar,
and a little bit of brown mustard. Fresh ranch dressing.
Are you hungry?
I brought my towel. I'm ready.
So we got our pulled pork burger, 3 cheeses, pepper jack, cheddar, provolone.
I don't even know that you have a board big enough to list everything that is on this.
So we're gonna start with ranch. Top bun gets our andouille spread, which is a spicy, spreadable salami. Our house barbecue sauce. B&B jalapenos.
Bread and butter pickle, B&B.
B&B. First.
Oh, yeah.
Second. Third. Grab yourself some, guys.
Here's looking at you, brother.
Oh, he owns this. Wow. Bread and butter jalapenos is my new favorite thing. My favorite part of the whole thing, though, is the pulled pork patty. Now, I'm here to check out this place where a dude from Newport, Rhode Island, ended up coming to Kansas City to open up a taco place and do tacos his way. This is Kansas City Taco Company.
Cowboy Junkie burrito up.
The Cowboy Junkie is Kansas City and a burrito. It's just stuffed with pork, cheesy, delicious.
What are we getting into first?
Smoking our mesquite pork.
I don't even want to know what this is.
Makeshift smoker.
Very strange. We're not going to season the pork at all.
It's going on just like it is.
Okay, so just an hour to perfume it with the smoke.
Then it's going to get a wet rub on it. We're going to start off with some chipotle and adobo, ground oregano, ground black pepper, garlic powder, salt, olive oil.
Well, I'm telling you what, this is gonna be lacking any flavor by any means. Garlic?
Red bell pepper.
This is one of the funkier taco meats that I've come across, by the way.
Julienne onions.
Okay.
Add some cold water. Throw it in the oven at 250 overnight, 10, 12 hours. Now we're gonna do our chorizo. We got our ground picnic pork, which is like the arm and the shoulder, oregano, cinnamon, cloves, cayenne pepper, coriander, cumin, salt, pepper, a little bit of sugar, sweeten that up. Garlic powder, chili powder, paprika.
I like when the seasoning gets 50-50 on the meat. That's where we're at right about now.
Pureed chipotle and adobo.
Okay.
Apple cider vinegar. Let it rest overnight.
What's our final step before we build the burrito?
Queso blanco.
Okay.
Red onions, salt, help those babies sweat up. Milk, our cheese.
Nothing happier than a big bucket of processed cheese. That is a lot of queso.
Cream here. Serrano peppers all charred up with some milk.
So this is gonna cook down.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's see it.
Flour tortilla, chorizo. We actually throw the mesquite pork on top of that so those juices flow together. Roll it up.
See those little moves he did right there? Little push, pull, mate.
Drop it in the fryer.
That's nice. Comes with a gym membership.
Do a nice bed of our Spanish rice. The Cowboy Junkie burrito in the center of that. Queso blanco.
There we go.
Spicy bacon pinto beans. Fresh pico de gallo, cilantro. That's your Cowboy Junkie right there.
You know what that's lacking?
No.
Nothing. Brother, you are the flavor man. It's balanced, delicious heat. The beans are definitely a plus. You got smoke in the pork. The queso, it's creamy, silky. Love the pico on there. That's a really good burrito.
All right, when are we rolling that junkie?
The Cowboy Burrito happens to be my favorite thing on the menu. Tons of flavor.
You can't come to Kansas City without running into this guy, my good buddy Stan from OBR, Operation Barbecue. And these folks deploy barbecue rigs anywhere there's a disaster.
We've got about 8,000 volunteers.
It's an amazing group. Now, let's be honest between you and me. This guy built his own smoker and put it on the flat top. What kind of smoke are you getting on that pulled pork?
It's great. You telling me that it's off of the cooktop, I wouldn't have believed you.